Did you know that your brain knows that you're scared before you even do? I'll tell you the neuroscience behind why and also how you can use this to help with anxiety. Inside of your brain is a structure called the amygdala, which plays a large role in fear response. Your amygdala gets signals from the outside world before your cortex does. For example, if you see someone sketching on the subway, you might notice that your heart starts racing before you even become aware of it. So the beating heart means that your amygdala has already received that information, and then by the time you realize it, that's your cortex receiving that information, which happens after. So what does this have to do with anxiety? A lot of the things that we're anxious about are learned. What that means is that they come from things that happened in our past. For example, when you were a kid, let's say you got bit by a small white dog. Then as an adult, every time you see a small white dog, your heart starts racing, your palms get really sweaty, and you might not even realize why, but that's because your brain has learned to associate small white dogs with getting bit and pain. Of course, there's moments when this activation makes sense, like when you're actually in danger, but in this case, we're talking about things that make us anxious, which come from learned behaviors in the past. So how can you reduce anxiety? One way is to start noticing the signals that your body is sending. For example, the racing heart, the dry throat, the sweaty palms. And when you feel these symptoms, start noticing your environment around you, because there might be a trigger that is responsible for these signals coming from your body. This might be an indicator that there's something in your past that happened that is tied with the environment or an aspect of it. And once you become aware of the trigger, you can work to break it down so that it has less control over you, whether that's through therapy or journaling or a different technique. When it has less control over you, that means that you can go into the world and feel less anxious about seeing that small white dog. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.